the ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting, and which one is the best? Today I want to answer that question the way I answer it when women come into my community or when I'm coaching women on how to create a lifestyle that will stick for them. So if you're new to my channel, welcome. Please take a second to hit that subscribe button. Make sure that you have hit that bell notification. That way when I upload new content or go live in my community, you will be notified. And if you haven't done so yet and you are interested in hearing what I have to say about the ketogenic diet and or intermittent fasting, please take a second to hit that like button. So here in this community, I do like to keep the conversation on creating a lifestyle that can be sustainable over time. There is so much research out there available to us to do our own background work on what we think might work for us. But the true question that we should be asking ourselves is, do these things make sense for us? We know that the ketogenic diet has so many amazing benefits, and we also know that intermittent fasting also has amazing benefits. So which one or combination of the two do you think best fits into your lifestyle? So I do believe that women should create a lifestyle that fits their personality, fits the things that they like to do in their lifestyle, either socially or what they do with their family environment. And then we also have to consider some of the past experiences that we have had around nutrition or managing a healthy lifestyle and how that has worked for us. So a little bit of our own little diet history and food history does need to come into play when you're making these decisions. Where I think a lot of us run into trouble, and I ran into this trouble myself, was getting caught up in all the hype of what one is over the other. And when I first started researching a new way of living my life around food, I did fall into a lot of the ketogenic diet type of hype. Because at that time when I was researching, I was really frustrated with a lot of the things that were going on in my body, and I didn't quite know yet how sick I was. So I was really focused on shedding body fat and shedding it quickly. When I started practicing the ketogenic diet, what I realized was that that philosophy of feasting really didn't fit into either my personality and or the lifestyle I was trying to live around my family. And so when I started thinking about the things that I was doing and how I was feeding myself and how I was feeling, I had that aha moment that just because the science is there and just because the results are there for other people doesn't necessarily make that philosophy or diet lifestyle appropriate for me. It wasn't until I actually realized how sick I was with the pre-diabetic state and was able to put some pieces of my own life puzzle together and realize that sugar was an issue for me, and it had been an issue for me my entire life. That intermittent fasting and the concept behind it and the way I could incorporate it into my own life and how I could meld in my personality was really a better fit for me. What I did end up doing, and what I'm still doing today, 6 years into practicing this lifestyle that I have created, is I have melded a combination of nutritional lifestyles into the life I'm living today. So I could describe myself as a keto-like intermittent faster who's following a paleo, carnivore, vegan, dairy-free, gluten-free, soy-free approach to eating. But I'm doing it in such a way that the foods that I'm incorporating into my life allow me to look and feel my best and live my life most authentically. So what I have done is taking all of the common sense information out of different genres of lifestyles that are nutritionally backed, and there's scientific data to prove how amazing they are, and I've created my own lifestyle. So when I get asked by women in this community or women who I am coaching on creating a healthy lifestyle for themselves, I always turn back the question onto them. Which lifestyle do you think best suits you and the life that you want to live most authentically? And incorporating these genres or philosophies, will they allow you to look and feel your best? And I think when we stop and ask ourselves those type of questions, we can finally live happily around food. We can finally incorporate a sensible nutrition plan for ourselves. and we can reap the benefits of everything that the ketogenic diet and intermittent fasting can offer us. Because there's some really common sense information out there about what the ketogenic diet is. And for someone who has lived a fat-free life most of her life, that hasn't worked so well for me. So incorporating the basic concepts of the ketogenic diet, higher naturally occurring fats, moderate to low amounts of protein, and a very conscious approach to how I'm incorporating carbohydrates into my life has worked well for me. But it is nowhere near what the ketogenic diet is in the true sense of what that diet is. I have pulled out the common sense approach for me, my personality, and my lifestyle, and I'm applying that every day. I've also done the same thing with intermittent fasting. I'm a busy woman. I love the fact that I can spend most of my day not worrying about food. And I can live in that fasted state where I am energized and calm with my own body chemistry. As an ex-hypoglycemic woman and a woman who has suffered from insulin resistance most of my life, it feels good for me to be in a fasted state. That is now where I thrive. And it's because I understand the science behind intermittent fasting and it suits my personality. I don't like to manage macros. I no longer want to have to count calories, and I want to be free to go about my day without having to think about my next meal. So I have incorporated intermittent fasting to suit my lifestyle. And that's what I really ask a lot of you to think about when you are looking into jumping into something that feels somewhat like a fad, or you're jumping into it for the emotional connection you have to someone else's results. Are you willing to do what they did for the time frame that they did it to reach those results? And then once you reach the result that you're hoping for, will that be sustainable for you? Like I said, I've been living this lifestyle for the past 6 years, and I am benefiting more and more as time goes on. And the bottom line conclusion is it's not because it's the ketogenic diet and it's not because it's intermittent fasting, but it's because I'm finally happy with the lifestyle that I've created, and the results that I'm getting from that lifestyle are also what I have been shooting for with my nutrition. I've reversed all of the sugar-related diseases that I've had. I am a mid-50 menopausal woman, and I look and feel my best. I'm benefiting from aspects of all of the nutritional choices that I'm making because I have also identified the foods that no longer make me look and feel my best, and I eliminate them, or I have limited them so that those foods no longer impact how I am feeling as I'm going through this aging process. So if you're currently in a position where you're trying to decide, should it be the ketogenic diet or intermittent fasting, I want you to take some time to ask yourself this question. Which aspects of those two different lifestyles best suits me and the life that I want to live most authentically? And then research the details of what it takes to live that lifestyle long term. And does that make sense for you? What we don't want to do when we're choosing a way to live our life, or we're choosing some choices that we're going to make to yield us an end result, is are we going to be disappointed at the end of that? Are we going to feel frustrated, or are we going to set ourselves up for that feeling of failure? And that's the last thing that we need to do, especially at this stage of our life. So make sure you're setting yourself up for success. Please do your research and then ask yourself the very simple question: does this make sense for me? And can I take little aspects of several different genres of living a healthy lifestyle and incorporate that into the lifestyle that I live most happily and, most importantly, most authentically? Do me a favor, leave me a comment in the comment section below. I want to know if you are a hardcore ketogenic diet liver, are you a hardcore intermittent fasting woman, or have you taken the time to ask yourself those really serious questions, and have you created a lifestyle for yourself where you are truly looking and feeling your best and living your most authentic life? If you're interested in joining one of my Intermittent Fasting for Today's Aging Woman courses, where we do this type of work and we ask ourselves these questions, please make sure that you look for the link below to make sure that you get on my email list, or that you look for more information about the course that we are starting on March 7th. I would love to have you in class with us and would love to be part of the journey that you're going on to create your most authentic life.